Blue Dance Lily. I have heard of the horrible way Sea Org members are treated. The 16-hour days, yelled at by superiors, menial labor, etc. It seems those who blow out of Scientology are most often Sea Org members who are burnt out or tired of being mistreated. Why does the organization treat people this way? It seems that it's not advantageous to the church to create an atmosphere that makes people want to run away. Much of the church's bad publicity has been from Sea Org stories. If they wanted to alleviate this press issue, they'd treat the Sea Org members well so as to prevent people from wanting to leave. Is it just a desire to get free labor that spurs the church's top leadership to overwork the Sea Org members? Well, if you're looking for sense and reason and logic, Scientology is not the place to go to look for that. It's a destructive cult. And a destructive cult has certain characteristics, and one of those is that the leader or leaders of the cult are there for their own personal aggrandizement, power, money, whatever it is that they want and seek, and that they take advantage of their followers in order to get it. They don't care about their followers. That's not why they're there. And I'm talking about the leaders because the leadership of Scientology is what sets the pace and tone for the rest of Scientology. The way that David Miscavige treats his juniors filters down, and that's how the rest of the Sea organization is treated. And there's just no question about that. It's, Scientology is an alter ego of L. Ron Hubbard. David Miscavige is doing nothing but following in the footsteps of L. Ron Hubbard. He was trained by him. He emulates how L. Ron Hubbard acted. And there's just really no question or doubt about that. So what you're dealing with L. Ron Hubbard, and even more so with David Miscavige, is not people who are wholly thinking in sound logical principles in terms of how they would expand their organization and treat their people properly so as to create a flourishing, expansive, and happy scene. That's not what they're doing. And that's never been what it's about, And also, I don't know that destructive cults are the only place that you're going to see that kind of behavior in. I mean, look at Walmart. Those employees, the people who work for Walmart, who number in the hundreds of thousands, as I understand it, are treated horribly. They're paid like almost nothing, and meanwhile, the people at the top have literally billions of dollars. The family of the Walmart family have more money and power than they could ever spend in 100 lifetimes. So why do they treat their employees so badly? Because they're not good people. That's why. You compare it with other organizations, other corporations who do pay a fair wage, do see that their employees get benefits, do see that their customers are well taken care of, and they do a good job. They're expanding too. And yet, the way they treat their employees hasn't stopped Walmart, hasn't stopped people from going to Walmart, hasn't stopped people from spending their money at Walmart. So, there's a bit of a lesson there too, mistreating people and taking advantage of them does not necessarily end up in things falling apart on you. It's just human beings, I guess. So there is that lesson to be learned as well, or that, to look at on that. But in terms of the Sea Org and that sort of thing, you get enough people who get a martyr complex going and feel like they kind of deserve to be treated that way because they aren't working hard enough, they aren't working long enough, they aren't getting enough done. And they just get into this frantic mindset where this is just life, and normal sort of becomes redefined to being abused. And that's kind of what life is like in the Sea Org. And it's really important to understand that, when we get back to Scientology and the Sea organization and the destructive cult of it, it's not like life in the normal world. I can talk about Walmart and abusive corporations and stuff, but those people have it easy compared to, people in the Sea Org. It is a very abusive environment, and and that just kind of the way people are, that they can redefine normal and put up with that kind of stuff because they feel like they're doing it to save the world, save the planet, that sort of thing. That's the martyrdom that Sea Org members live with and tell themselves that's what they're doing. They're not doing that, but that's what they tell themselves they're doing. And that's how they put up with that kind of abusive environment. And eventually, you just get fed up with it. It becomes too much for almost anybody. And so people blow out and they leave. And so enough people have been doing that. It's been getting worse and worse and worse over the years, with less and less return or personal satisfaction or that sort of thing, that people are just getting more sick of it with Scientology, and so they're leaving. So that's what's going on there.